Who do you think, Robin, was the biggest all-star snub this year?
I'm with Russell Westbrook. I think it's Paul George, and he's not a snub by conference. He's a snub on merit. Because if you look at the West, it's loaded. It's one of the reasons probably the structure was changed this year. But if you're just looking at the pool of all-stars as a whole, Paul George should be in over someone like John Wall, who has really not had a great season for a sometimes struggling Wizards team. If you're looking at the guys who deserve to make up the composition of these rosters in total, he should be on it. But I'm not sure he was snubbed given the way that these teams are selected.
Well, and with Paul George, that kind of raises the question, too. Do you kind of change the format? I mean, they're not doing strictly East versus West now. I mean, a guy like Victor Oladipo makes it out of the East, but Paul George can't make it out of the West. Another guy, though, that sticks out to me that didn't make it, Lou Williams. I mean, he's the biggest reason the Clippers are back in the playoff picture, essentially. He's averaged, 25 points a game in December, up to 29 points a game in January. He's been shooting lights out from three. He's been shooting very effectively for this Clippers team that has had its share of drama, but has still maintained the course. I mean, I think Lou Williams has made a case for himself. It's tough, though, because of the fact that there are so many talented guys, especially in the Western Conference. Perhaps, look at expanding to 13 players, like on an NBA regular season active roster, on an all-star roster, or other things, because there are a lot of talented guys that deserve this nod that got left in the dust.
If you're talking about that veiled shade before, like Russell Westbrook saying Paul George is the second best at his position, remember when Chris Paul said that the Clippers should go through their go-to guy, Lou Williams, in lieu of Blake Griffin. The problem with Lou, I think, is on the defensive side of the court.